The Switch has taken gamers by storm. The system knocked it out of the park with exciting games like Super Mario Odyssey and The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. There are so many features Nintendo promoted the Switch could do, but there are still so many things we're discovering about the system. We at TheGamer have found more exciting features we feel you should know about. So grab your Joy-Cons and Pro controllers, because you will not want to miss this. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to TheGamer for more exciting gaming videos. Now without further ado, here are 10 more things you didn't know your Switch could do. Controller locator. So this may not be a problem for all of us, but for some of us, the Joy-Con controllers may be a bit small. They are two wireless little pills that can easily get lost in the couch cushions forever. How will you ever find them if they're lost? Oh no! Well, fear no more. There is a handy controller locator on the main tablet. All you need to do is hit the Locate Controller app, and as long as your Joy-Cons have battery in them and they're in range, they will sound off when they are synced. If you still can't find it, hit the same controller you want to sync again and the buzzing sound will go off again. Now you too can play the newest and most exciting game on the Switch, one-person Marco Polo with your Joy-Cons. Marco! Controller adaptability. So if there's one thing that today's gamers are looking for, it is compatibility with controllers. More and more people are interested in more universal USB controllers, but the Switch has got you covered. With a combination of adapters and extension, the Switch is able to work with a whole host of controllers. We're not just talking about other Wii or Wii-related controllers either. You can hook up a PS4 controller, an Xbox One controller, and even a mouse and keyboard all via USB. So if you want to go even further back, through some converters and adapters, you can have N64 and NES controllers hooked up to your Switch. Talk about backwards compatibility. YouTube. With our increased reliance on mobile devices, a variety of streaming and video hosting services almost seem like a necessity for today's electronics. You even have e-readers with YouTube and Netflix capabilities, defeating the whole point of e-readers, but that's neither here nor there. Naturally, since the Switch is a tablet, you can eventually use it to watch YouTube and your favorite channels like TheGamer. Shameless plug! But seriously, the interface with YouTube seems promising since you can effortlessly switch between tablet and then put it in the docking station to view on the TV. Not many people know about this feature as of making this video, but hey, it might just catch on soon after. You can thank us later. HTML games. With the explosion of the internet, finding a game to play has never been easier. Steam has made buying new games on PC super easy, and even consoles are making the transition to digital content. However, what if you want to game on the cheap and play some more basic games? Well, you can use your $250 Switch to play some basic HTML games like Mrs. Pac-Man and others. All you need to do is interact with the DNS settings in order to access the alternate browser on the Switch to play these games. They run smoothly, and you can use the Joy-Cons for the games like you would a regular controller. Now, instead of paying an extra $60 for Super Mario Odyssey, you can play the original Mario on some third-party website for free. Who needs Virtual Console? Syncing controllers. Couch co-op is making a slow and steady return to gaming with the Nintendo Switch. With the Wii U, you could have 8-player co-op for games like Super Smash Bros. If, you wanted to lose 7 friends in a day. However, there was always an issue with syncing controllers and establishing player order. If we go further back, players would either have to re-plug in controllers physically or just switch controllers. Now, if for whatever reason you wanted to change the player order in the Switch, it is as simple as pressing a button, literally. All you need to do is desync the controllers and then resync them in whatever order you want. Of course, you could also change controllers, but we understand if you don't want to. Your friend's controller is probably too sweaty for your taste and smells like old cheese and meat. That's super gross. Google Maps. We know this one may seem super obvious to most of you, but the Switch is a tablet. We know, riveting stuff, gamer. Seriously though, most people will just think of the Switch as portable gaming tablet, where you can play Skyrim for 3 hours, which is basically a fifth of your average Skyrim session. I've been playing that game for 3 straight years. When you're not using it for gaming, you can access normal browser functions like Google Maps. You can use touchscreen controls to pinch or zoom, and you can navigate using the touchscreen. So now with this, you can find your way at home at night after playing Breath of the Wild outdoors and taking a wrong turn at Albuquerque. Just be sure to save your game before you're eventually mugged for your Switch. Recovery mode. If at any point your game or system becomes corrupted, don't call tech support just yet. Instead of being on the phone for 3 hours or waiting night and day for an email that will never come, try a reboot in recovery mode. On PC, rebooting in safe mode is a common fix for a lot of small errors. The same is true for consoles. If you want to access recovery mode for whatever reason, turn off your system. Then hold the plus and minus buttons together next to the power button. Next, you just tap the power button and turn it on, and then recovery mode will appear. From here, you have the option to restore the system without deleting memory or fully restore system memory. Let's just say you access this by mistake somehow, all you need to do is turn it off and on again. Presto, right back to normal. Docking alternatives. If you intend to use the Switch to its fullest capabilities and travel with it, you may find that carrying around a docking station can be a little encumbersome. You are overcumbered. This big hunk of plastic may fit nicely with your main TV or living room space, but what if you're just a gamer on the go and you're in a hotel room? Did you remember to make room for your Switch dock? Oh no! Well, now there are alternatives to the docking station if you need it, or somehow lost or broke your original. For about $50, you can purchase a dongle that plugs into your Switch and also has plugs for the HDMI and AC adapter. Dongle. It is just a matter of connecting everything, and you have a cheap replacement for the main docking station should you ever need it. Joy-Con grip. If there's one thing we have to criticize the Switch for, it's the controller it comes with. The Joy-Cons do not accommodate large-handed monsters like some of us, but luckily there are some alternatives. You know, aside from hand reduction surgery. Just tell me if it can be done, Doc. The Joy-Con grip you slip the two smaller ones into can be altered to be not so bulky. You can actually separate the two pieces, although you will need a Phillips head screwdriver and a smaller tri-head. After this little alteration, you can still take your small Joy-Cons and put them together for a smoother gaming session. This alternative saves your bigger hands from cramps and saves you thousands of dollars in avoiding unnecessary hand surgery. Additionally, it's easier to store this newer, smaller Joy-Con connector since it won't take up as much space. Wired connection. Even though there have been some significant advances in wireless technology, nothing will beat a solid wired connection when it comes to speed and reliability. You can get this on the Switch because of its universal port. All you need is an Ethernet cable and an adapter for a USB dongle. There's that word again, dongle. To have a wired connection for your Switch. Use this if you're in an online game and want a taste of what the PC Master Race has had for well over 20 years. In all honesty, this seems over-encumbering, seeing as how you need 3 different connections in order to work this in. However, this will give you a significant boost to your online connection and reliability. Even though the Switch doesn't have serious online games aside from Splatoon 2, the Switch still offers a lot of DLC for the single-player games, and a stable connection is always a good thing when downloading content. And those were 10 things you didn't know your Switch could do. What do you think? Were there features in this video you did not know about? Were there any we may have missed? Let us know down below in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to TheGamer for more exciting videos. Later!
It's-a me, Mario! Woohoo!